You can see it's snowing, but I really wanted to make this video and tell you about how much like African mythology has changed my life and the 4 ways how it can transform your life too, in terms of like self-love, your career success and all of that. Something that we're doing as human beings is that we are underestimating the power of fictional stories. You know, more recently we've been saying how every single book that we read is political in some way, shape or form. And I truly, honestly believe that fantasy stories are just self-help books in disguise. That is literally what it is. I remember that when my dad died and I was in a 3-year reading slump and I came upon African mythology fantasy books. And it was thanks to a TikTok video, and I started reading Children of Blood and Bone by Tommy Adeyemi and Legendborn and, you know, Dread Nation, which is not African mythology, but dystopian / sci-fi. And I started reading all of these books, and those books made me feel seen, but most importantly, gave me permission to be who I'm meant to be and to be the hero of my story. I've always been someone where I'm like, I know I'm a leader. I know I'm someone who's supposed to create amazing things, and I know I am a leader. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important as well when you choose the fantasy books that you're going to read to choose, how do you want to be changed? How do you want to be transformed? The first way is very much being seen. How do you want to be seen right now? And when it comes to being seen for me, in my definition, is like being encouraged. That's literally what it is. It's like being touched by this snow that's literally falling from the sky right now, and how it's like literally like, and how it's literally like falling all over my fur coat. You know, being seen is allowing yourself to touch, allowing yourself to hope, allowing yourself to see and be seen. Right? In your full power, in your authenticity, in your vulnerability. That's what being seen is. And the second way is very much, how do you want to be transformed? How do you want your life to be transformed? Like, really choose intentionally how you want to be transformed, how you want to live your life from now on. And trust me, a fantasy book, African mythology will do that for you. Because in every myth, every legend, every god, every goddess lies a wisdom, lies a lesson, each and every single time. And it is up to us to be able to absorb it, to be able to take it in, and to be able to like put it out there in the world. You know what I'm saying? What I learned from African mythology fantasy was very much, I am powerful and I have so much more power than what I think I'm capable of, you know? And that's why I feel so passionate about this. And the fourth and final reason, I'm gonna stand there for this, is love. African mythology would teach you love. Like, there is something about the myths, the legend, and the gods and the references, and this is why in my own middle grade African mythology book, literally the power system is so embedded into love, because love and community is something that is so incredibly important when it comes to the myths, when it comes to the legends, and when it comes to all of it. All right? And my middle grade African mythology book, I wrote it because a bunch of people told me when I was a little kid that I'm too much, that I'm taking too much space, that I'm doing too much, all these different types of things, you know. And then I was like, I know I'm not the only one who has grown up in this type of way, so I'm gonna write a book for all the too much people, embedded with like, inspired by African mythology fantasy from Egypt, from Guinea, from Nigerian Yoruba religion, inspired by Sailor Moon, has heavy influences from Naruto. You know, if you watch anime, you know what I'm saying. You know, I will leave the link in the description below as well, because I definitely think my middle grade African mythology book is a fantasy that is meant to transform. And here's your sign. Are you willing to be transformed by the African mythology fantasy that's gonna come across you? Yes? No? That's your call. I love you.